Cure your boredom for free with Call of Duty almost anywhere, anytime. Call of Duty Mobile is available on both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store for free today. Rated M for mature.
4th of July savings are here at the Home Depot with up to 40% off, plus up to an extra $600 off select appliances with free delivery like GE Profile. Simplify your routine with GE Profile appliances. From refrigerators with autofill pitchers and multiple dispensing options to all-in-one washer-dryer combos that can wash and dry a full load in under 2 hours. Shop 4th of July savings on top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid June 18th through July 9th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Tired of buffering? USI Fiber brings you blazing fast internet. No lag, no hassle. We're not just speedy. We're friendly, local, and always here to help. Stream, game, or work from home seamlessly with unbelievably simple internet. USI Fiber. Visit usifiber.com.
Arthur's Jewelers, where style meets exclusivity. You'll find only the top jewelry designs in one Twin City store. Arthur's. Discover stunning, trend-setting pieces from Tacori, Veragio, Simon G, and many more. With 1,800 five-star reviews. Arthur's, trusted for style and lasting quality.
Home run! That's my girl.
She's a star.
Yeah, since I started giving her children's Claritin, she can actually play without allergies getting in the way.
I should try that. My boy's over there sneezing in the batter's box.
Oh, you should. It's pediatrician recommended and provides 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Plus, the chewables are dye-free.
So he can focus on his swing instead of his symptoms.
Exactly. He'll be hitting home runs in no time.
Claritin clears. Use as directed.
Just like great shoes, great books take you places.
I think any good romance, it gives me this feeling of like butterflies.
I'm Danielle Robay, and on Bookmarked by Reese's Book Club, the new podcast from Hello Sunshine, I talk to authors, celebs, and book talk stars about the stories that shape us. This week, I sit down with Yulin Kwong, who's adapting Emily Henry's best-selling romances for the screen. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Bookmarked by Reese's Book Club, and listen now.
KDWB Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
For a lot of us, saving up a down payment can be the biggest barrier to buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is lowering down payments to 1% for eligible home buyers with ONE+. Because everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to get a head start on your starter home.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on the Lafayette Freeway, northbound from Plato to 94. Highway 10, slow eastbound from Central to 35W. Cedar Avenue with delays, northbound from 63rd to the Crosstown. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Starting July 1st, motorcycle lane filtering is legal. Up to 15 miles an hour, riders can safely maneuver through stop traffic up to the stoplight or sign. It's up to the rider when to use filtering, so drivers, please double check your blind spots and don't impede motorcycles.
A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Now live on streaming video, KDWB's Dave Ryan Show is now on YouTube every morning starting at 7 a.m. Just search Dave Ryan TV.
You ever win anything from a radio station? Maybe you won a CD back in the day. Maybe you won a T-shirt. You ever win anything from a radio station?
O-Town tickets.
Did you win O-Town tickets, baby?
Yeah, back in 1999, 2002, something like that.
Well, we got a chance for you to win Sabrina Carpenter tickets right now. And not only that, but you get you on an airplane flight down to Nashville and get you a hotel, take along your drunken friend, and then go see Sabrina Carpenter, and then get back on the plane, and you're back home, and it's a great weekend, and it's from KDWB. How do you win it? Well, you open up the iHeartRadio app. I've said this a million times, but it's the truth. You open up the iHeartRadio app, and you say the keyword is espresso, and that red talkback button, the talkback feature. Keyword is espresso. Click, tap, send. Boom, you're all done. Good luck. Jenny is, Jenny is she's newly single, and she's starting to open up the Pandora's box of guys that are going, I want to go out with you, so I'm going to send you a DM. So Jenny was telling us the other day about like some of the creepy DMs she gets.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a little game then.
Yeah, we are. So this all sparks from a DM I got at like 2 a.m. on Saturday morning this past weekend.
2 a.m.
Yeah, I'll specifically say this one. This is a real DM. It says, what's a chance I get you to shake your T's for me? And a T's as in TITS.
What?
Not like tatas or anything like that. Yeah, what's a chance I get you to shake your T's for me?
Well,
so that came in.
Well,
I
I
know
know
that's
real because it's from me.
What did you write back?
I didn't respond.
You're missing an opportunity of a lifetime.
For what? To send a video
Sounds like a fun
of
guy.
me shaking things?
Well, no, you don't send it right away. You just like, you're like, oh, what's your name? Carl.
Listen, that costs money. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
You're a stranger to me. If you want that, it costs a lot of money. And even for a certain price, I might not do it. So anyways, I won't do it. Okay, we're going to move on. Is this a real DM or not? Your lips look lonely. Would they like to meet mine?
God, this dude has to be so desperate if it is real.
I'm going to say that's real. I like that one.
I say fake.
I think it's fake too.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Dang
Yeah.
it. Okay. Next one. Damn. Who knew you had such a juicy booty and perfect body for real? 4 fire emojis.
That's real. 1,000%.
Yeah, that is totally real because I think, there's a little part of me that when you're doing your demo part of your kitchen, I think you were wearing the tight yoga pants and I think you were trying to be like, okay, look at me, I'm doing a demo, but also look at my juicy booty. Am I right?
I literally that's what I wear at home and that's what I do any kind of project in. So no, I wasn't.
Okay.
Honestly.
I mean, if she was waving around a pillow and then the pillow exploded and then the feathers came everywhere, then I would say it's on purpose.
Yeah.
So was it real?
That one was a real one.
It was real.
That's a real one. Okay, next one. Can I poop emoji on your chest?
What? What?
That's not real.
It is real.
Not real.
It is real.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you how I know. Because Jenny would never make that up on her own. Jenny does not think that way. Jenny would never.
Okay.
It is 100% real.
By that logic, I agree with David.
It's fake.
Oh, you dirty girl.
Get you guys on
You
this one.
changed, Jenny.
What? I can't talk about
What?
pooping on people's
But
chests?
let's not bring.
Okay, all right.
Let's not
Okay,
word it that way anymore.
Sorry. All right. Next one. Damn, you have an amazing rack.
Was this man 67 years old? Nice rack, ma'am.
I don't know if it's real or fake. I'll let you know.
I commend all these people for just being blunt because some things I could never.
It's you shoot your shot and you never know. It's kind of like the
That's what I'm
guy who
saying.
hollers at you in the Holiday gas station parking lot. It must work sometime or he wouldn't do it anymore.
It works for you. I bet you walk along the street, someone says like, hey, nice butt. You're like, oh, me? Hey, what's your name? And then you go over, shake their hand.
I would say, read it again, Jenny.
Damn, you have an amazing rack.
That is a real one.
I think it's fake.
I think it's fake.
It is real. There was also like literally 20 fire emojis after that, but I didn't want to add that in there because then I feel like that gave too much away.
Okay.
All right. Next one. I might go to a flight class just to see that ass. Flight's a gym I go to. And I take classes at it.
Well, I'm glad that they're thinking about their health.
Right.
So I'm going to say that's real and hopefully it follows through.
And maybe he's hoping he could check on you to make sure you're doing well in that ass.
Check your form.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's real also.
That's
Real.
correct.
Yeah.
That's a real one. Mhm.
Wow.
Have you heard from any of these guys in addition to these?
respond
No,
to
I know that,
them.
but have you heard from any of them in addition to this?
Oh, yes. Well, I'll just say that this is a real one. One guy, literally very persistent, okay? I'll give him that. He'll be like, day 15 of trying to take Jenny on a date. Day 16.
Oh,
Day
yeah.
17. And the kid looks like he's not even of age. He looks very,
I saw
very
that guy.
young. He maybe is like 20 years old, but he looks very, very young. Okay, let's do 2 more, okay? Because I got a lot. Your skin would look so good laying next to mine.
Your skin?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That's made up. What is that? The put some lotion on the skin kind of thing? That's
And
a
push the
creepy-
lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah. No,
No,
that's not real.
I think it's real, actually.
Fake.
It's fake.
It
Yes.
is. Okay.
Your
These are tricky.
Skin would look so good.
Yeah. Okay, last one.
Okay.
I usually go for 8s, but I'll settle for a 10.
That's so stupid.
Gosh.
Real.
It's real.
That sounds real.
It is.
From a bozo.
Had a little wink face at the end of that one, too.
Is there just a little bit of humble bragging in Jenny's
Absolutely.
reading of these DMs?
These are
It's
real.
like, I think most women would probably get people who are, like interested. Some women get guys who are very interested. Some of us would get no interest whatsoever.
Yeah, actually, I'll read a text that I just got from a DM. Yeah,
what's it
this
say?
one says, "Hey, Bailey, if you could just give me a chance, I know you're desperate." Is that real or fake? Real.
That's real. That's
Those
funny.
are the ones that
Good
I
made
get.
up one,
I don't
but-
get nice rack,
Yeah.
but not yet.
So just so you know, this doesn't work in my DMs. It also doesn't work when you go to Holiday Station stores. And if you are at Holiday, make sure you get their Mountain Dew deal. It's 3 for $5 of their 20-ounce Mountain Dews. But
Thanks.
yeah, it doesn't work. And one thing I want to add in, though, this is kind of changing the subject, but someone responded to my story yesterday about me demoing stuff and my feet were out in it. And they were like, girl, you're giving away free feet content. You need to control yourself.
jeez.
And she goes, the dirtier. And she's like, and they're really dirty. The creeps are going to love that. And I go, wait, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I used to do feet content. And the dirtier they were, the more people were into
It's a
it.
kink, yeah,
And I was
for
like,
sure.
Dang. I was like, I can do dirty feet.
You walk around in a dust bunny. You're like, yeah, look at this.
So anyways, if you're looking to get into feet content and make some money, make sure your feet are dirty.
Also, shoot your shot, Jenny
No.
KDWB on
Only if it's a
DM.
respectful way. I'll be honest, I'm talking to someone because they did shoot their shot and they did it in a very respectful way.
And
I
he has
want,
abs.
I want us to do a bit like No Phone Screener Friday where people call and choose which one of us they want to shoot their shot with. And they do their best to try to flirt.
Well, then you, me, and Dave are all going to be really sad because
Yep.
everyone's shooting their shot with Jenny and we'll be sitting
That's
here with
not
crickets.
true. Really, there's people on text all the time being like, let me take you out.
I'm not
That is
looking
true.
for it.
That is true.
You are so.
No.
Shoot your shot with Bailey on air. And remember, she's desperate, so
Yeah.
you don't have to try
Give
that
me a
hard.
chance.
We'll be right back. Hey, we're doing Talkback Tuesday. I want to throw this out there. I did this on Facebook. It's actually really funny. The question is, I'm how old and I can't what? Like, for example, I'm 26 and I can't open my eyes underwater. I'm 47 and I can't snap my fingers. State your age and something you can't do on the Talkback feature. Give me your age and something that you should be able to do. Like, I'm 37. I don't know how to change a tire. I'm 42 and I don't know how to mow whatever it is. Use the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app and send that to us. We'll play them back next on Talkback Tuesday.
Number one. Twin Cities number one hit music station.
On your smart device.
101.3 KDWB. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations. And once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Music brings us together.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Soak up the sunshine today. It's going to be beautiful, partly sunny, a high of 80, but then it turns tomorrow. We'll see rain, a chance of some heavy rainfall throughout the day, a high of only 67.
This report is sponsored by Walker Roofing.
If your home has sustained damage during the recent storms, call Walker Roofing, Minnesota's storm damage specialists. Roof damage can be frustrating and unforeseen, but the team at Walker Roofing will be able to repair your roof before the next storm hits. Go to walkerroofing.com.
Watching Clorox cleanup spray dissolve tough grime in the shower feels like...
Wait, this really just happened? I'm shocked. Underwear and everything?
It feels like being able to zip up your overpacked suitcase on the first try.
Smooth.
With Clorox, clean feels satisfying. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
Excel Energy's Home Energy Squad experts love helping you save energy. It makes their day to weather strip a door. Setting up a new smart thermostat is real high-five material. They have dreams about upgrading your light bulbs to LEDs. And installing a more efficient showerhead is actually one of their love languages. Let the experts who love to help you save energy help you save money. Make an appointment at excelenergy.com/squad with free installation of eligible energy-saving equipment.
KDWB FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Oh, look who's coming into town. It's your Aunt Thelma and Uncle Harold. When they get to your house, they're going to look at your carpet and get all judgy. That's why when you have guests coming into town this summer, or your barbecues or your grad parties or whatever, get your carpet clean. Don't try to do it yourself. I mean, vacuuming, sure, it's great, but you got to do more than vacuum. And don't try to DIY with the rug monster from the grocery store. I've done it. Take it from me. Don't bother. ZeroRez will come by. They'll take care of everything for you, and they'll do such a great job. They've got a 4.9 rating on Google. That's huge. And right now, ZeroRez big summer savings. Take 20% off of all services. Just set it up. Go to ZeroRezMinnesota.com or simply call 952-ZeroRez. Ask for the KDWB special, and ZeroRez will hook you up. So when Aunt Thelma and Uncle...
Today's best music, 101.3 KDWB.
It puts me in a great mood. Yeah, KDWB. The best variety in the Twin Cities. I just love the music. Only the best. It's today's best music. Dave Ryan, I kind of got a thing for him.
Dave Ryan in the morning and today's best music, 101.3 KDWB.
With home internet from AT&T, there's no price increase at 12 months.
What about equipment fees?
Equipment fees were never right for you. I'm done playing those games. What I have now is straightforward.
Okay, in the spirit of being straightforward, your carbonara is carbonara-ish.
And this is takeout. I was going to pass it off as homemade.
Oh, you did that for me.
Well, now that we're being straightforward with each other, I just want to say that...
Careful now. No equipment fees, no annual contracts, no price increase at 12 months. Straightforward is better with home internet from AT&T. Geographic and service restrictions apply to AT&T Internet services. Visit att.com/internet for details.
Ooh, ooh, give me that good new view. Give me that good new view. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Ooh, ooh, give me that good new view.
At Twin Cities Eye Consultants, we help you see clearly with advanced LASIK technology and local trusted surgeons. Discover a new view with LASIK from Twin Cities Eye Consultants. Schedule your free LASIK consultation today at tcecmn.com or call 612-999-2020.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day.
Who let the dogs out?
Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
Home run! That's my girl.
She's a star.
Yeah, since I started giving her children's Claritin, she can actually play without allergies getting in the way.
I should try that. My boy's over there sneezing in the batter's box.
Oh, you should. It's pediatrician recommended and provides 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Plus, the chewables are dye-free.
So he can focus on his swing instead of his symptoms.
Exactly. He'll be hitting home runs in no time.
Claritin clears. Use as directed.
Discover trend-setting designs from top American brands to Corey Verraggio, Simon G. Shy Creation, only at Arthur's Jewelers.
From the 612 injured High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
We have delays on 94 westbound from Cretin to Franklin, 94 eastbound slow from Highway 101 to Maple Grove Parkway, and from Plymouth to the Lowry Hill Tunnel. 494 slow eastbound from 169 to 100, and westbound 24th Avenue to 35W. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Gens Ryan Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Lights flickering, breakers tripping? Call Gens Ryan today and save $99 on electrical repairs. Fast, safe, and summer ready. Schedule now at gensryan.com.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Camp Shame is a new 8-part podcast about one of America's oldest fat camps for kids. From its rise and fall,
Nothing about that camp was right. It was really actually like a horror movie.
This experience still hurts to this day. It still haunts me to this day.
to the culture that fueled its decades-long success. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Camp Shame, and listen now.
You can do more than listen on KDWB. You can watch The Dave Ryan Show. Just go to YouTube and search Dave Ryan TV.
We are on right now on YouTube. We'll comment and back and forth. And so go on YouTube and watch Dave Ryan TV live. Do it on your phone. Do it on your laptop. You can look like you're working, and you can actually be on Dave Ryan TV listening instead. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, look at her. She is typing away.
So diligent.
And actually commenting on Jenny's DMs. So, all
You
right.
can see my sweet farmer's tan I got yesterday while I was sitting outside. If you watch us on YouTube,
It's not that bad. You don't have that bad of a farmer's tan.
It's not as bad as Dave's.
No, I have the definition permanent farmer's tan.
You really do.
Freckles stop.
Like most people have the Apple Watch tan.
All right.
Dave just has the permanent farmer's tan as he shows off his biceps on YouTube Live.
Always.
You can go see that. You can rewind if you really want to.
Or
you
don't.
missed it.
Oh, no, he's doing it again. You don't have to rewind.
Okay, all right. We are about another 15 minutes away from Sabrina Carpenter tickets. It's the last week, so we will harp and nag about you that you did win that every few minutes here on KDWB. But right now, it is Talkback Tuesday. How old are you, and what can you not do?
Hi, KDWB. I am 33 years old, and I do not know how to jump a car. I don't know if it's because my dad did everything for me growing up, or I'm just terrified of doing it. But I literally would not know which cable goes where.
Who in this room knows how to jump a car?
I could do it. I would have to refresh.
But I do.
I do.
I've done it multiple times with like my old
I only
Corolla.
had to learn recently because of my camper van. Otherwise,
right.
I've never had to do it to my car.
It's as easy as you think it is.
Mhm. I always
but
get nervous though.
Because you think it's going to blow up.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, no. All right, here's another one. Talkback Tuesday. Use the Talkback feature in the iHeartRadio app and tell us how old you are and what you can't do.
Hi, I'm 43 and I can't whistle. And my 7-year-old daughter thinks it's hilarious.
Some people just can't.
No.
Can you all whistle?
I can.
Bailey? Vaughn? Jenny? Okay. I can whistle in better than
Yeah,
out.
that's
Okay,
weird.
Next one.
I'm 47 and I can't swim underwater without plugging my nose.
I always laugh at people that have to jump in the pool holding their nose. It's like, come on, you
Grow
look
up.
dumb. Grow up.
Pretty much.
Right?
I'm 25 and I still don't know how to fold a bed sheet.
Okay, folding a bed sheet is one thing. Folding
Yeah.
a fitted sheet is humanly impossible.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
no way to fold a fitted sheet.
I just kind of tuck until it's small.
I ball it up into a ball.
There you go.
Yeah,
And he'd be like, Kobe into the hamper.
Right.
I'm 30 with 2 kids and can't hold my pee when I sneeze.
Okay. I think sometimes kids will do that to you.
I am 30 years old and every time that I hard boil eggs, I still have to Google how to do it.
I am the same. If I had to hard boil an egg right now, I would have to Google or call my wife, Susan, and say, how do you hard boil an egg again? How long is it? You got to boil the water first, then put them in?
And then what?
And I don't know why. I don't know how to sew on a button. I don't know.
Oh.
I send it down to Pilgrim Cleaners and have them sew it on for me.
Dang, that's like one thing I know how to do that you don't know how to do.
Do you know how to sew on a
I
button?
do. We had to do it way back when, and on the farm, we had to sew our buttons onto our dresses.
Explain this on the farm.
I
reference.
used to work on a historic farm, the Kelly farm, and we wore historic clothing. So I had to sew my own buttons on all the time.
You know how to milk a cow?
I don't know how to milk a cow. That was boys' work. I did women's work.
Oh,
yeah.
So this was a historical.
Come on.
I
It's 1865.
gotcha. All right. What do you not know how to do, and how old are you?
I am 40, but I can ride a bicycle.
Oh,
wow.
I didn't learn for a while.
How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike, Bon?
Maybe like 11, which I feel like
You
is
were
past
older.
where you should know how.
Yeah, I was like 9 and I thought it was embarrassing that I didn't know how.
I was like 6, kind of an
Yeah.
average age, I
Yeah.
think so.
Same.
Well, I'm 34 and I can't swim. So
Are
I
you
don't know how to
serious?
swim. One
We
day,
talked about
maybe.
this before.
Yeah, maybe I'll learn. I did learn how to put my head under water without plugging my nose when I was about 30.
We
so
said
30?
yeah.
we said we were going to put Bailey in swim classes with Fallon's daughter Olive, who's 5.
Gosh, that'd be so embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, I would
Do
hate
you
it.
want to learn to swim?
I would love to learn how to swim. I just have to do it. I am a very specific instructor in mind. I need like a 57-year-old woman named like Kathy to teach me how.
Why?
I
Because
also
I
can teach her. Too.
you're too hot. I can't have a hot person teach me how to swim. I can't.
Okay.
I need like an average woman who is just like there to support me and be like,
What do you
you're
think?
doing
that
great.
You get like a 22-year-old guy. Do you think that he's there to like,
I
get
just
to know you better?
caress
No,
you?
not get to know me better, but I would be so embarrassed because I'd be like, he's looking at my muffin top and he's judging me because I'm drowning.
Nobody cares.
Well,
Nobody
he wouldn't
cares.
let you
So-
drown first. So you don't know how to tread water even?
Nope, I don't know how to tread water. No.
It's like the number one thing that I think everyone should try to learn to do,
Yeah.
just in
Mhm.
case you find yourself in the middle of the ocean.
I
and
always just
Jaws
Or
thought-
Lake
there.
Minnetonka.
Or
I
that.
just thought, if that happens to me, I lived a good life and I would just go down with the ship.
Or you could learn to swim.
Or that.
That should be your goal. I would say when you're 6 and you take swimming lessons,
Yeah.
it doesn't, I wouldn't necessarily say it comes naturally, but you're less fearful.
Mhm.
But you're just more buoyant and able when you're young. It's kind of like learning to ride a bike when you're 40 is probably a lot tougher than when you're 6
Probably.
years old because you overthink everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a couple of more.
Good morning. I am 37 years old and I cannot parallel park.
Same.
Uh-oh.
Same, girl. Even with that rear view camera that I have, it's so difficult.
I am
You
the
live-
ace of parallel parking. That is like, I can do that anywhere.
I feel like if you live in Minneapolis, you better know how to parallel
gotta
park.
learn,
If you
yeah.
live in a city, you learn.
I'm like, I pull up and I'm like, I can fit in there. Susan will be like, no, you can't. I'm like, watch this. And I do.
It's a 17-point turn.
Hold on, I got it this time.
I'm going to get in there, I swear.
I'm 23 and I don't know how to blow a bubble with gum.
Oh, really?
I've never, ever been able to do it.
Oh, I can teach you how to do that because that's
My
what I
mom
do
has
all the time.
tried my whole life and I just can't. I don't know why.
Can you whistle with your fingers?
No.
You can't.
A little bit.
I wish I could. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You get Bernie's attention.
Yeah.
Come here, boy.
I got to get better at that.
Here's another talkback.
My name is Allie, and I am 32 years old, and I cannot swallow any kind of pill.
No. I know an adult like that.
Can I tell you, last night on the flight, we were coming back from Denver, and the flight attendant could not say Minneapolis. She could not. She's like, and we'll be landing in Minneapolis. And so and people were laughing at her. She's like, let me try it again. Minneapolis. And no. And she's like, we'll be landing in Minnesota in another 15 minutes. It was too funny.
I'm surprised you didn't switch to St. Paul.
Yeah.
I
Be in St. Paul
they couldn't,
shortly.
there's a commercial that said regularly $49.99, now just $29.99. They could not say regularly is what they said.
Regularly.
Regularly.
We got more of these, Vaughn?
We have a bunch of text messages.
Okay.
Somebody said, I'm 53 and I can't whistle, snap, or wink. How can't you wink?
I wink, but my whole face distorts. It's like not a very subtle wink.
Oh.
I can't snap my fingers at all. Terrible. No,
Snap
I can't.
your fingers.
Somebody else
Do
texted
that.
said, I'm 33 and 95% of the time, I can't remember my left and my rights. I should also mention I'm a nurse practitioner. Very embarrassing when I mix them up in front of my patients.
Well, you hold up your hand, the left hand, and it makes an L.
Yep.
And that's your left hand.
Left.
But you shouldn't
Well, they
have to
both
think
make
about
L's,
it.
but the one that like makes the L forward or like that you're looking at.
Okay, don't confuse the
Well,
issue,
that's what I'm
Jenny.
saying.
It's the
like
one
you
that
put
you're
your hands
looking
out,
at.
and yeah, the one that is the
Correct
right way.
L, yes.
I like this text. Somebody said, where'd it go? I'm 33 and I can't read a map to save my life. I got lost in Afton State Park last year for 7 hours.
7 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I'd be so scared.
Please don't go to a national park ever if you got lost in Afton
God,
State
no
Park for
kidding.
that long.
Bailey, you said you don't know how to swim. Somebody texted and said Jason Hackett from Care 11 Sunrise. He learned how to swim on live TV.
Oh, well, I can learn how to swim on live radio. It'll be a hoot to listen
Bailey
to.
would never
Just
want
me
to
going
do that.
splash, splash,
Make a
splash,
good
splash,
video.
splash.
Go viral.
Oh, it'd be awful. Don't write it down. You're look.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, he
picked up
definitely
your
did go to-
pencil. You picked up your pencil. Like, let's watch Bailey drown
Let's
on
do it.
live radio.
Good bit.
Good bit. Anything else fun? Got any
No,
more?
a bunch of people saying they can't ride a bike. Or somebody said, how do people have their licenses if they can't parallel park?
Well, that's true because you do have to, but I don't know if they just barely pass you or say, go ahead
I
and
didn't
work
have
on
to.
it.
On my test.
Really?
You only have to pass like the majority. Like you have to, pass with like an 80%. So if you do everything else right and then you can't parallel park, they'll be like, good enough.
They didn't even test me.
On parallel parking?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And thank goodness, because I was with my dad before my test and we tried to do it and he just kept yelling at me and I was getting it wrong. And I was like, I can't do it, Dad. And then we didn't do it.
The trick is you can't go in nose first. You got to go past the car.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you got to back in. And it's just a very subtle, it's an art.
I mean, I'm a pro now. I lived in Uptown for way too many years.
You gotta do it now. All right, thanks for the Talkbacks on Talkback Tuesday on KDWB. You're going to need that Talkback feature in about another 4 minutes for the next Sabrina Carpenter keyword. But right now, let's do the dirt.
Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Maroon 5 is going to be at the XL Energy Center on October 9th, and they've dropped a new song, and it's called All Night. Here is, let me see if I can find it for you, Maroon 5's new song.
Yeah, we can go all night, to the sunlight, sunlight. And if you just take one more, we can go on and on. Come on, then do it all night.
XL Energy Center, October 29th. Also, Nick Cannon's got a song to remember all of his kids' names. Remember yesterday on The Dirt, somebody said, can you name all your kids' names? And he couldn't. There was 2 that he couldn't remember.
Yeah, he forgot.
That's embarrassing.
Which we kind of laughed at, but we also thought was absolutely detestable. Detestable that a father has so many random children with random women that he can't remember their names. Detestable.
Maybe don't have that many kids then.
Maybe,
Nicholas.
yes. Okay, so here is his song.
There's a song, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
There's a song?
Like I wrote a verse that had all their names in it, and sometimes I recite that just to.
Can you do that?
No.
No.
That would be bad right now. Well, I mean, we'd probably go by.
So he's got a song to remember his kids' names, but he doesn't even remember the song to remember the kids' names.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to get roasted for it. And I would totally roast him for that because that is, detestable.
Detestable.
So I started watching the show Love is Blind. I think Fawn watches it too. And there was all of the speculation on TikTok about somebody's IUD falling out.
Oh, you mean Love Island?
Or what did I say?
Love is Blind.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I meant
Love
Love
Island.
Island. My bad. But yeah, there was this video on TikTok about someone's IUD falling out, which if you do not know anything about IUDs, it's a birth control that gets put up inside a woman and it can't just fall out.
No.
Like it's a painful process going in. It's a painful process coming out.
It's holding on.
Right. So the host, Ariana Maddox, clarified that it was from the flowers, but it's cracking me up. This little thing, it looks like a T.
Yeah, it looks like an IUD.
Right. It does. It really does look like an IUD. But can you imagine someone's, my IUD just fell out. Now it's on the TV.
I know so little about that. I don't know whether that's possible or not.
It's not.
Okay.
It's really not.
Good to know.
The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders received a 400% salary increase from the NFL after fighting for a livable wage.
Our sponsorship showcase gives our corporate partners the chance to showcase their products and all the great things the girls get as a cheerleader. Experts that love these makeovers.
Nails and lashes. You guys receive 1 nail kit per week.
Botox and the fillers. A beautiful custom wig, sew-ins, ponytails, silk presses, all the good stuff.
Lash lifts. Girls get the lash lifts for sure. We get you $60 a week in meals that you guys can have.
We actually have a surprise for y'all. So we are all going to the Bahamas together.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. And those I believe are all clips from America's Sweethearts Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, which is on Netflix. And apparently now all of these going into the 2025 NFL season are going to be paid up to $75 per hour. That's pretty exciting.
That is exciting because they used to be paid like minimum wage.
Right.
I think they got like $25 a game or something like that back in the day.
Yeah. So 400% salary increase. That's pretty exciting.
Okay, cool. That is The Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. And here comes your keyword for Sabrina Carpenter. And you get a chance to go to see Sabrina Carpenter in Nashville. Oh my God, the song is taste and the keyword is taste. So open up the iHeartRadio app if you don't already have it open, and then just use the talkback feature, that red microphone button, and say the keyword is taste, and you are good to go. I know I've explained this a million times. You're probably like, Dave, I know how to do it. But there's somebody brand new here from Gary, Indiana, who's never listened to the show before. They've never heard of this keyword. They don't know what a talkback is, and they want to win too. So for the people from Gary, Indiana, or Pueblo, Colorado, or Great Falls, Montana, that just moved here and never heard it, that is how it works. We do it every 30 minutes on KDWB. This group therapy is well, they're all interesting, but this is one that we hesitated to put her on because we thought if anybody recognizes her voice, it's going to be trouble. Mm-hmm. So we gave her a fake name, and hopefully no one will recognize her voice. You'll see why we gave her a fake name right now on Group Therapy.
101.3 KDWB, The Dave Ryan Show. Group Therapy.
Lydia is on the phone. Lydia, we're on the radio. Don't get confused because I know your real name is not Lydia, but Lydia is what we're using to help protect your identity. Lydia, what's going on? Why did you need some help today? What's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, good.
Morning.
I'm getting married this Saturday.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I mean, that's awesome.
exciting.
4 days away, right?
Yeah. So I gotta be honest, I have someone else in my mind, and it's really got me hung up. And I was with this other guy for 2 years, and I left him 3 years ago. Okay. But I thought, this feeling would go away as I get closer to the wedding. And it's just stronger. It's like it gets stronger as I get closer to the wedding. He's just always on my mind. And I just want to know, has this happened to anyone else? Walking down the aisle, trying to force someone out of your mind. I don't want to be walking down the aisle with someone else's face in my head. It's really messing with me. And I just don't know.
I think people will tell you right away you should not be getting married, but let's stop for a second. Are you in love with your new husband, your fiance, the guy you're going to marry? Are you excited to be married? Does he make you feel good? Is this just kind of like you remember all the fun parts of this old guy and you forget the reasons why you broke up?
Yes, I am in love with my fiance, and I have, it's like a separation, I can imagine my love for him, but then I can also look back to the good times, the good memories. And of course, I think it's that level of commitment you're taking, or I'm taking in the 4 days, as you said. It's a scary step. And then you can't help but ignore the bad from the past, and then you only think of the good from the past. There's obviously a reason we broke up.
That's true.
See, I feel like this is just another version or another layer of cold feet, because like you said, you're making a really big decision. You're going through a really big process in your life. And honestly, I think in my opinion, the thinking about the ex and ignoring all of the bad is just a fancy, intrusive thought, where the more you're I don't want to think about this, I don't want to think about this, the more you're going to think about it.
Well, my question is has he always, your ex, always been on your mind since being in this newer relationship with your current fiance? Or is this just something that's popped up in the last handful of months as you're preparing for a wedding?
No, pretty much ever since I started seeing my fiance.
Well, that's not good.
I have thought of my ex. It's pretty much since the beginning, but it was, small little memory flashbacks here and there. And then as time went on, it's just gotten stronger and stronger.
So you're almost consumed, not not obsessed, but kind of consumed with the thought of the old guy 2 years later, 3 years later. So your question is, on group therapy, has anybody else been through some version of this where you're getting married and everything's great, and ideally you're like, oh my God, I want to marry this person, they're my person, they fit like a hand in a glove, and we're perfect together, and I don't care where I go when I'm with you, as long as we're together, we have a great time, but you are still thinking about this old guy. How common is it for somebody to get married and have a little bit in the back of their mind God, I wish this was
So-and-so.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Well, somebody said, don't get married. After 10 years, I'm getting divorced. I got married thinking of someone else and still do.
Whoa.
And your real happiness is out there. I've got mine back. Yeah, I just personally don't feel like I would have said yes to the new person. Even if you are happy, you still have that other person on your mind.
Well, don't you think it's kind of like, I think that she said this and it was kind of hidden a little bit, like she thought it would get better the closer she got to the wedding.
True.
Like the more excited she got for this upcoming marriage, all the other feelings would kind of fade away and she'd be like, I'm in love with my new husband. But it's not, it's gotten worse as she's gotten closer, which is Saturday.
Yeah, I like this text though. It says it's the nerves and the finality of the marriage. You're not hung up on somebody else. You're not questioning your fiance. It's just the pressure and the nervousness of everything all crashing down on you. As I was standing with my dad getting ready to walk down the aisle, I looked at him and I said, I don't think I can do this. And he told me, too late.
Too late.
We're here now and everything was fine. Just nerves.
So that's a very common thing, cold feet. When I was engaged, and I was engaged years ago, not to Susan, and then I decided I wanted to break it off. And we said, is it just cold feet? And we even read a book about whether it was cold feet. And I broke it off anyway.
I think the only difference here, though, is the fact that you have been thinking about this person for pretty much the entirety of your relationship.
Yeah.
Which I do. I'm not judging you, Lydia, but I'm wondering if you jumped into a new relationship without being able to mourn your old one and kind of like move on from that. So you never got that like finality of that old relationship, because I do think lots of people jump from relationship to a relationship and then it hits them however long later, like, oh, I miss that ex.
So we're talking to a woman, real name is not Lydia, but we gave her a fake name so people that are listening, including like your future mother-in-law and his cousin Edna, aren't going to hear this and go, wait a second. So Lydia is the fake name. Lydia is getting married Saturday, and she's like, I just still have feelings and think about for my old boyfriend all the time. And I thought it would get better as we got closer to the wedding. So we're looking for advice on whether this is a common thing. Here's a text message. 13 years later, I still have dreams about my ex, how I wanted him to want me, but ultimately he didn't want me, but I am 100% not in love with him anymore. It takes time, but if you know you love your fiance and your ex is not for you, it's just cold feet.
Oh, it's so tough. Like, I understand thinking about this person, your ex, because they were a part of your life. But as you're getting closer to marriage, if you're starting to feel guilty, then I'd just pull out.
Well, this text says if he hasn't reached out to her in 3 years, then he doesn't want her back. So I think there's two sides to every story. So like if your side of the story, oh, I miss this guy. But if he doesn't miss you, then bless and release.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that quote, one that got away, but I like this text because they said, I have an ex that was the one that got away. I will always love him and have feelings for him. I still think about him, but I love my husband. We're married 11 years and we are just transparent with each other. So you will always have the what could have been. But they do say maybe you need a little more closure with your ex still.
Another text, Lydia, this might help you feel better. It says, 100% Lydia, it is normal. Can't say I'd ever go back, but most definitely think about my ex. But I can say I laugh at it as I would never go back. It's the what ifs as you imagined a life with them and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the what if, that's exactly what it is.
That's
but
the
I
problem.
really appreciate.
Yeah, I don't want you to spend like the rest of your life going, wow, right now, Roger and I would have been married 6 years and we would probably have a couple of kids. And I wonder what, but that, so I can't tell you how to enjoy the marriage with your husband, but you fell in love with him and wanted to get married for a reason. And I think the thing is, I think a lot of time we wonder is what we think normal. Was that Fallon do that normal or nope in the afternoon?
Yeah.
This is kind of a normal or nope kind of a thing. And I like a lot of people when they get married, they go, God, should I be doing this?
Right. Well, especially the whole finality, like that one text said, the finality of the event.
It sounds like a death.
I mean, but like anything that's like permanent, I mean, obviously, yeah, divorce exists, but like it's like getting a new tattoo. Like that's going to be on your skin forever. You're getting married. There is a finality of the event. So it is kind of scary, like approaching it. But I still think like, oh, it's just an intrusive thought. The more you don't want to think about it, the more you're going to think about it.
Hey, Lydia, good luck, whatever you do. And you know what? If you go through it, and I think you are, you're not thinking of like disappearing on Friday night, are you?
No.
No, you're going to go through with it. And I hope that everything works out well. And I think that it's normal to have cold feet like this. And happy wedding and happy honeymoon.
Thank you guys so much. This was very helpful.
No, I think it is. I think a lot of the time it's like, is this thought normal? This intrusive thought. Got a group therapy? Send it to us to RyanShow@KDWB.com, and we'll get you on for next week on group therapy. Can I tell you how many people were amazed when I brought up the Limu Emu thing?
Yeah, I heard
Did you hear
it.
about this yesterday?
I did hear yesterday that. Yeah, you go ahead. You tell us.
I was watching TV the other day, and we've been watching these dumb Limu Emu commercials for years. And it's like, oh, okay, it's a Limu Emu. Why is, I never even thought to bother to put any thought. Why do they call him Limu Emu?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this ad the other day, and like a bolt of lightning, it hit me. Limu is liberty mutual. Limu Emu.
So if you were the mascot, you would be DeRye.
DeRye, yes, exactly. But that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody in their ad department over at Liberty Mutual said, I got an idea. Because maybe that's what they call it. Because like Federal Express is short FedEx, right? FedEx.
Oh, I didn't know that. The more you know.
You didn't know that Federal Express is FedEx?
I don't have that much time in my day to think about things like that.
FedEx, Federal Express. So they probably over at over at Liberty Mutual, they said they call themselves Limu. Am I overthinking this?
Yeah. But you
Very
know
much
what? I'm glad that is bringing you joy. So,
Well, I felt so proud of myself.
Yeah.
So I posted this on an online message board.
Yeah. On Zanga, you posted
Zanga.
it? Yeah.
And people were like, you're kidding me. I never thought about that before. And I was so proud of myself. Like I discovered like a cure for psoriasis or something, you know?
I can imagine you watching that commercial and then all of the like math is around your head, like all those memes. You're like, wait a second.
And my eyes are following the Limu Emu.
Has Liberty Mutual confirmed this? Or is this just an assumption? Because what if they see your message board and they're like, oh no, it just rhymes. They just like shut down your whole argument.
Now I'm looking at text messages here. It says, Dave, mind blown, Limu Emu. Oh my God. See, now here's somebody else like me who didn't get why it was a freaking emu. Limu Emu.
Now I'm doing
let
it
me
for
know
all of our
when
names.
let me know when I've saturated this topic.
I think you have.
Yesterday,
yeah,
I think it was saturated.
Yeah.
When you brought it up the first time.
Let me tell you the story again. Limu Emu. All right, we're doing lyric shuffle.
Yes.
Okay, who's going head to head today?
I'm going to make Vaughn go first because I just had to walk into his studio and it's just like such a strong smell in here and I can't handle it. So I'm going to give him a hard word first.
Okay, now let's back up. A strong smell of what?
Cologne.
Okay, cologne.
It wasn't the boiled egg fart I just let out.
The egg fart, not the egg fart. Ew.
Okay, Vaughn, here you go. This is your first word. All.
All of me loves all of you.
Okay, John
I was gonna do,
Legend.
'cause I want it all. Nothing at all.
Ooh.
Nice job, huh?
Thank you, David.
All right, here's Dave's word. Cold.
You're as cold as ice.
Ooh.
You're willing to sacrifice our love. He's a cold-hearted snake, looking in his eye.
Good one.
There's a lot of cold songs.
Yeah, I was going to go because you're hot and
Yeah.
you're cold.
Yes, and you're no. Yes.
Good job. Round one, it's tied 1-1. On to round two. This word's Vaughn's. Kill.
I just, that's killed. I was going to sing I Just Killed My Ex, but it's killed.
Yeah.
But the song is called Kill Bill, so that's misleading.
I can't think of one. I got nothing.
Okay.
What doesn't kill you makes you
Good one.
Okay, no points on that one.
Sis is misleading me. Come on, baby mama. What are you doing?
Okay, this word's for Dave. Times.
Times. These are the good times. Let's play that song. Oh, Rich would be torn between dancing on his treadmill and firing me on the spot. Okay.
Okay, a point for you, Dave. I honestly don't think I know that song.
You don't know good times.
Oh, you're going to hear it and be like, oh.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, you know it.
Is it called Good Times?
It's called Good Times by Chic.
Okay. Round three, Vaughn, this will be for you. Right.
He short-circuited.
I did.
Your face is just,
Go ahead, Dave.
Right?
It doesn't
right
have.
when you're wrong. You're wrong
No.
when you're right.
Wrong.
Right
you
when you're
spin
wrong.
me right round, baby, right round.
Good job.
I get a point.
Bailey can have a point for that. However, I did have an example, but it was WRITE.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. A little outside of the box one with that one.
It was.
Wait, now I'm confused. Did you get one, Dave? No, you didn't.
I did
You
not,
tried to
no.
make up lyrics.
No.
Where Dave has 2, Vaughn has 1,
Yeah.
and I have 1.
And now it's Dave's song.
Yes, here we go, Dave. Told.
Told?
Mhm.
Have I told you lately that I love you? I think it's Michael Bolton, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I know that song.
That was a great vibrato you had there at the end.
Good job, David.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, we're on to the final round. Dave currently has 3 points. Vaughn has 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what's happening?
That was a crazy intro.
What a great intro.
I'm going to play this. This is a Boss
So
Check song.
confused.
I'm going to play Boss Check. I know we're interrupting the middle of this game, but I don't care. We're playing Boss Check and see whether the boss lets us play this song or he calls us his. Get that off my radio station. Apparently the boss was not listening because he would have shart himself. He would have heard me. Oh, Dave, no.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably what happened. He couldn't get to the phone quick enough.
Yeah.
On his phone.
Well, now, so we're back to, where were we? Lyric Shuffle.
Lyric Shuffle.
Yeah.
Dave, you have 3. Vaughn has 1.
Yeah, we're on to the final round.
Final
so
round, all right.
you only have 1.
Girl, you only have one.
Vaughn, you're not doing good today.
Okay.
No.
You're not doing good. Okay, here we go. So, Vaughn, this is for you. You got to get this one if you have any chance of tying at least. No.
No one can get in the way of what I feel. Alicia Keys.
Good job.
Nice job. Wow, good.
Okay. Now we need you to steal this from Dave if Dave doesn't get it, and then we'll go to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Here you go, David. Fun.
And we'll have fun till Daddy takes the T-bird away.
Woo! Dave's the winner today.
Good job, David.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Love that game. And let's, what are we going to do here? Oh, we got to talk about how Sabrina Carpenter, we got another keyword coming up in about another 10 minutes or so on KDWB. And I also want to mention your boy is hosting the Pride Rainbow Run coming up this weekend. And Bailey is going to be in the Pride Parade coming up this weekend.
Heck yeah.
So watch for the KDWB truck. And the brakes in the truck still don't work. So don't get in front of the KDWB truck.
No.
They have not fixed the brakes in the truck. You kind of think I'm joking. You wonder whether I'm joking.
And you'll find out
You'll find
when you see me
out.
splat on the ground.
But I'll be hosting the Rainbow Run and Kids Rainbow Dash coming up Sunday. You can get your tickets at tcpride.org.
I've been out for a few days on a trip to Ohio. While I was there, we went to a petting zoo because I have a niece who's 2.5. What animal have you always wanted to pet but never had the opportunity to pet?
Monkey.
A monkey? What
Yeah.
kind? You can't just say monkey. There's multiple kinds.
Like a Michael Jackson chimp, kind of like the one that holds on, like you hold him and he's got an expressive face. He scratches his head.
Yeah.
Give him a little banana or whatever.
Ooh.
I want a banana. I mean, I want a monkey. I want to pet a monkey.
Do you want to pet one or like actually hold it?
I want
like
to
pick
hold.
it up?
I want to hold a monkey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to pet an opossum, which I had to look up the difference between possums and opossums. And the opossums are the ones that always look a little scared. And they're really big. They're kind of like the size of a raccoon. And they got a white face. And they're always just like, ah, kind of look. They're so cute. A forbidden cat, if you will. Jenny, have you ever wanted to pet an animal?
Yeah, I think a koala bear. They just seem so peaceful when they're just like sitting in the trees, eating their little leaves and stuff. Like it looks like a little kitty you can come up and pet and stuff. You probably, I think they are pretty calm animals. I think if you saw one in the wild, you could potentially try to do it.
I would say try it. Yes.
Yeah,
Katy Perry,
just like
she actually did this week.
Who?
Katy Perry. She posted on Instagram that she went to the Australia Zoo. First of all, she did like a little dance with Robert Irwin, which I don't understand the point behind that.
Okay.
He's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, but she's like, let's practice. Why? With you? I don't understand. But she was holding a koala bear and it was like hugging her arm.
Oh,
but aren't the koalas with the ones with the STD?
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there. I swear to God. I did not do it.
I feel like koala bears have like syphilis or something like that.
And you get it just by petting them?
Did she tell
you? Can't get it by petting them.
Yes, koalas are significantly impacted by chlamydia. And that's all it says so far. But yeah, apparently this disease is a major threat to the koala population.
Now I got to go get tested.
Well, Dave,
Dave, you're disgusting.
it's clips for you.
Vaughn, what animal have you always wanted to pet?
A panda bear, baby. They're like cousins to the koala, no?
I mean, I don't know if they're cousins. They're, they live in a different country like a koala does.
Well,
yeah.
a panda bear. Jimmy Fallon used to have a mascot on his show. It was a dancing panda, and I just thought they were the cutest thing. They call them #the panda. It's the stupidest but cutest thing.
And that does sound cute. Have you guys, one recommendation for petting something if you have the opportunity to everyone listening.
Yes.
Pet a chinchilla if you have the opportunity. Softest thing you've ever touched in your ever living life.
Mm-hmm.
A chinchilla is so soft. And if I could put my face on one, I would, but I'd be a little nervous because I don't know if they're those kinds of guys.
Okay.
You put your face right on a chinchilla.
Most animals don't really enjoy.
That
Yeah.
chinchilla?
Yeah,
or
I mean, I
what?
do that to my cat all the time. I put my face
Motorboat
right on him and I just go, and I want to do that to a chinchilla.
You motorboating son of a... Just kidding.
Anyway, hit up a petting zoo, you guys. Pet some animals. Give some love. Feed somebody some corn, okay?
Text messages via 53921. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yes, koalas do carry chlamydia, and you got to be careful because monkeys carry lots of diseases that can transfer to people, and chimpanzees will gladly rip your face off.
Oh.
I know. It's kind of like I want to pet a shark or an orca. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But, you
But-
you just can't.
Opossums are adorable and eat lots of ticks and can't get rabies. That's
Are
the
you
text
serious?
message we just got in. So I got to get one because I don't want ticks on my property. So I'm going to get an opossum. I'm going to find one.
Great idea.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 5 minutes away from your next keyword for Sabrina Carpenter on KDWB. We talk about relationships, and Jenny was in a relationship for 5 years, and then all of a sudden she finds herself single, and so she is now trying to hook up with waterboard. What is it called?
Waterboard
guy.
No, waterboard guy.
Paddleboard guy.
Paddleboard guy.
With the dog.
Roll it back a little bit on that because I'm not trying to hook up with anyone. I am just chit-chatting with people.
Mm-hmm.
She's really into waterboarding. She loves that.
Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me now. But Vaughn is also in a relationship. We were talking the other day, and he's like, God, I got to get my act together or Alyssa's going to be pissed at me. And we're like, ooh, do tell.
I think she's acting a little different. And I don't know if it's something that I did or something she might be going through. But I've noticed they sound like micro things. I always told Alyssa, before we go to bed, we need to kiss and say, I love you. Just because this is a me thing. You never know what's going to happen overnight or the next day. So I say, let's always do that. And recently, we've been real consistent, but recently she goes to bed and just doesn't. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not the biggest deal.
Mm-hmm.
Another small thing, Alyssa used to always come up behind me when I'm cooking and kiss my neck or just hug me from behind. And it's such a small thing, but she stopped doing that too. And I've noticed because I love her and I noticed the little things. And so I keep asking, did I do something? Is there something wrong?
Is there something wrong? Yeah.
And I don't know. She's saying she's all right, but I don't want to keep asking because then I feel like something's going to be wrong. Because if there's nothing wrong, then I'm self-sabotaging.
Then you're just a nag. And then you're like, is everything okay? It's like, yes, everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Jenny had a thought on this.
Vaughn, when Alyssa's mood maybe is off a little bit, does that affect your mood?
A little bit, yeah, for two reasons. One, because she doesn't tell me.
Yeah.
And Alyssa's very much like we'll talk about it later, or I don't want to talk about it, and I want to solve the situation. And I also just don't like my girlfriend being upset.
Right. And you like reassurance in your relationship and in life. You get scared, you'll get fired from your job, which any of us could any day.
Every day.
But you love reassurance. You are just an anxious attachment person 101. Everything you just described is someone who has anxious attachment
issues. Is that a thing? Anxious attachment?
Everyone has an attachment style. You're one of the lucky ones if you have a secure attachment, which means you're just confident in your relationship. But anxious attachment people basically are super sensitive to their partner's moods and any kind of different action they pay attention to. I'll never forget one time when I was dating someone, they always called me babe. And then suddenly they called me Jenny a couple times. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
I do that same thing.
Right. So you definitely have an anxious attachment in your relationship, I believe.
What's the remedy for that?
Cure.
What can you do?
I mean, the remedy is just you have to talk to your partner, but you also don't want to suffocate Alyssa because of your own insecurities, And there's no reason. Attachment styles all have to do with how you're raised, not to make this a therapy statement or therapy session for you, but it's all how you raised and what made you insecure as a kid and stuff like that. Because avoidant attachment is another one. That's where you basically love someone so much, but then as soon as you get really close, all of a sudden it's nope, I'm scared and I'm going to run away before you run away.
Really?
So
you're going to self-sabotage?
Yes.
Because you're so scared of getting hurt that you go, I'm going to hurt you before you can hurt me.
Mm-hmm. A lot of that. Or they might feel suffocated by their partner, and avoidant does. And so then they kind of run away, and then they realize 3 months later, oh, actually that wasn't bad. That was just my own insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like Alyssa has probably given you anything to make you feel insecure. But you do notice these little things, and then you get in your head. You know what I mean?
That's what's interesting about it, because I'm like, well, she's not giving me a reason to think she's over it or she's cheating. She's not staying out late. She's not hiding her phone. None of those things. But she's not doing little things around the house that I notice.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of it is kind of like having a new car. You first get a new car for the first year. You keep it all clean. You spill coffee in your cup holder. You get something, you clean it out. You're taking it to the car wash once a week. And then after the novelty, for lack of a better word, starts to wear a little bit off.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of that's when you start to walk around in your underwear, brushing your teeth around the house.
What was that motion you just did?
Yeah, this.
See it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Susan and I we joked about this when you've been together for so long, you pass each other in the bedroom naked and you don't even make eye contact.
And that's the thing. We've lived together, like in 2 weeks, it'll be a full year. So I think now we're settling past like the honeymoon or like the, the lovey-dovey, we live together. Now we can do anything and everything together. And I just have to kind of accept that without self-sabotaging.
Well, I also wonder, when you say you talk to her about it, are you just saying, hey, what's wrong? Or are you actually like sitting down and being like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about this because you seem a little distant and I'm worried about it, or worried about you because I care about you. Like, how do you approach it? Because I imagine if I was your girlfriend living in your house and you'd be like, what's wrong with you?
No.
No?
That's how you imagine I talk? No, it's a little bit of both.
I talked to Alyssa like that, she would slap him.
She would slap the hell out of him.
Him so hard.
No, it's a little bit of both. Because sometimes it's, honestly, I make it about me. Like, is there something that I did wrong? But then other days I notice, like, it's not about me. So is everything okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
But
all right, well, what do you think? I mean, again, I think one of the things when you hear a story like this, you kind of go, yeah, me too. And so I think it is kind of normal. By the way, Jenny, we can tell you've been to therapy and learned some things in therapy.
Yes, girl. Thank you.
What's it called? Attachment? What is it?
Well, there's different attachment styles. So it depends on what kind of style you have. I mean, I've definitely been an anxious attachment before. There's avoidance, there's secure. And then I think there's like what's the other one? Disorganized is the other one.
It's kind of like your horoscope, but
A little
for
bit.
relationships.
Pretty much.
Thank you. Appreciate all the text messages too. Let's get into War of the Roses. But first, we got to get you on that airplane to Nashville. Sabrina Carpenter invites you and a friend to come down to Nashville. We'll pay for the airfare, the hotel, and the tickets. Come down and see her show. You got to use the keyword, open up the iHeartRadio app. If you don't have it open, and tap the red microphone button. It'll count you down and say record in 3, 2, 1. You'll say, the keyword is Nashville. Do that now, and you are signed up for the trip down to Nashville for Sabrina Carpenter.
Why do people want to air their drama on War of the Roses? We have no idea, but boy, are we glad they do. War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
I love the name Millie because you don't hear Millie very often, but Millie is our person today on War of the Roses. And Millie's going to start off with you are not really checking on a boyfriend to see whether the boyfriend's cheating. Give me your story, Millie, because this is completely different. This has never happened on War of the Roses. What's going on?
Yeah, okay. So I'm hooking up with my trainer.
Now, I'm going to stop you right there. I want to know, how common is that? You go to the gym.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I hear stories about hot trainers hooking up with hot clients, but I don't know anybody who's like, I'm hooking up with my trainer. You're not ashamed of it. You must be single and you're having a good time.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm single, having a good time. He's really hot. Like, look, anybody would have sex with this guy. Truly anybody.
Okay. Anybody. So this guy could point at a woman or maybe even a guy and say, you, and they would hook up.
100%. 100%.
Tell me, describe this guy. I want to hear what he looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's 6'5". He's ripped. So charming. His smile would literally melt your heart. I really think that if you wanted to construct like a god of a man that everybody would want to bang.
Wow.
Okay. You know what? What's funny is that I'm going to guess that for every woman like you that thinks he's so smoking hot, there's a woman that's like, yeah, he's all right. He's got funny teeth or his eyes are crooked.
Do you ever get any working out done at the gym, or you just stare at him the whole time and that he's training you?
He works me out.
How did this come up? Because I'm curious. Was he spotting you one day and standing behind you? I mean, how does it come to even the question? How did it go from I'm here to train and do cardio and get fit to you're hooking up?
Well, okay, so I chose him.
Okay.
I was at the gym. I saw this very hot man, and I was like, I want him to train me. And one thing led to another one day, and we got really, really close, really, really sweaty, and yeah.
You just started hooking up after that one hot, sweaty training session.
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask you more? You seem pretty open about this one, Millie. Where do you go? I mean, you can't go in the locker room or his office, but it sounds like one of those things where you probably have hooked up in the locker room or his office.
I will not confirm or deny that, but I live nearby.
Okay. So you go probably over to. Okay. So it's interesting. So you wonder what is going on with War of the Roses, because I'm going to tell you, if he's hooking up with you, he's probably hooking up with other clients. You understand that, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I think, okay, so he's probably hooking up with a lot of people.
Gross.
But, well, we've never talked about it. But
okay.
I just want to see if he's going to send them to me, or more so, I'm concerned if he has a wife or a girlfriend.
So you're pretty sure, if I'm getting this, that he's not going to send you roses because you're just a client and he enjoys your time together, but he's not going to send you roses. But you want to know whether he's married or likely.
Or if he has
a
serious girlfriend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would Jenny, you've heard Jenny on the show before. Would Jenny hook up with this guy? Would she get on it and wiggle?
100%.
Jenny, you would.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to send me a picture.
Oh
after
my
we
God,
get done
people are
here.
going to want a picture of this guy. There's no way.
I was going to say, I don't know that we can do that.
Okay, first of all, we're going to bleep out his name.
Yep.
Because if his clients listen, and we're a big radio station, chances are some of his clients listen, and we described him as 6'5", gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want, listen, it's not your 6'5" trainer. I don't know that for sure, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So let me get this right. You want us to call
Mm-hmm.
and you want us to ask him who he wants to send roses to and see whether it's his wife or his girlfriend.
Yeah, because he told me that we're both just single hooking up, and just want to check.
Okay. I don't blame you. How long do you plan on keeping this going?
As long as my body can take it.
Dang, girl.
I love you, but I question a lot of what none of my business. All right, Millie, you stay right there. We'll come back in a second. We'll make the phone call. Stay here. Let us know your thoughts. Would you hook up with what Millie says is like such a hot guy that if you're going to build the perfect man that everybody wants to bang? Is there anybody like that that's like everybody wants to bang him?
I can only think of probably like celebrities like Jason Momoa. That's what I'm picturing in my head as you've been describing. This man is a nice, big, bulky, tall Jason Momoa.
Okay. I want to know, what are you picturing in your mind? Anyway, Millie, you stay there. We'll come back. We'll make the phone call and see who we'll send the roses to, okay?
Okay.
101.3
KDWB, our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations. And once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Music brings us together. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
Today's going to be beautiful, gorgeous, 10 out of 10 day. It's going to be partly sunny, a high of 80. And then tomorrow, the rain's coming back. We'll see showers throughout the day with a high of only 67.
This report is sponsored by Hamline University. As Minnesota's first university, Hamline opens doors with generous scholarships, a welcoming community, and a liberal arts education that builds real-world skills. Start your future today. Visit hamline.edu/apply HU.
Hey, it's Fallon. I feel like I'm on my phone
all the time because it's how I stay connected to people who listen to the show. But also I joke with my husband, there's, an app for everything. We have an app where we have constant communication with my daughter's teachers or my doctor. Pretty much everything is just online. AT&T has invested billions of dollars in communications infrastructure across the country to keep connecting more Americans to more opportunities. And that includes working with local governments and organizations to bring powerful AT&T fiber to more parts of the country. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure and helps communities stay connected. And realistically, it's the kind of technology that's invisible. We don't even realize it's happening. We just know, our Wi-Fi works here or our phone works, and they make it possible. AT&T is also strengthening communications for first responders with FirstNet, built with AT&T. The only purpose, built public safety network. Knowing that they're doing these things kind of behind the scenes to make our community safer and smarter and stronger, it changes lives.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable.
Hey, you guys, put down your smokes. You guys, put down your beer. We got a game tonight. That's why another school is here. Tax the rich. Your mom is here, and so is your aunt. Straight from Fort Wayne's most prestigious plant. Go fight with all your might and act like you give a crap. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line, where for your entertainment, the cheer captain will now get pregnant by number 32, Billy Bob Bodine. We had a chance to win tonight. We practiced hard and long, but the QB's got an injury. Set himself on fire with his bong. Wick, wick, wick. Indiana's from where we hail. Look, the coach just got out of jail. Hey, does anybody want to buy a washer? Come see me after the game.
Okay.
really be mad, or can you? Do you have a right to be mad? I mean, he does have a pregnant girlfriend.
I'm not as mad as I am disgusted, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you still there?
Yep.
Do you know how long ago I would have bailed on this
I
phone
was
call?
gonna say, I'm surprised he's still on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I will let you try to explain it to him more, Millie, if you want to, but thank you. There really are no roses, but thanks for talking to us.
Okay.
Got keyword coming up for Sabrina Carpenter in just a few minutes. We're going to do also You Can't Make This Stuff Up. The song of summer has arrived.
What?
It is not anything that you are thinking of. It is not anything from Ed Sheeran. It is not Shabuzi. It is not Miley Cyrus. The song of summer has arrived, and it's all over TikTok. It's got about 37 million views last time I looked, 6.1 million likes, and it's inspired a bunch of TikTok creators to dance to it, write lyrics, and remix the tune. And there's something very unusual about this song. And we'll play for you the Song of Summer coming up next on KDWB.
101.3 KDWB is celebrating Pride Month in the Twin Cities. Show us how you're celebrating love, equality, and community by using hashtag KDWB Pride. And join us at the Twin Cities Pride Festival June 28th and 29th. More at KDWB.com/events. Powered locally by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. This Pride Month, we're honored to stand with Minnesota's LGBTQ+ community because every identity deserves to be celebrated. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Proud to serve with pride. Proud to serve you.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Soak up the sunshine today. It's going to be beautiful, partly sunny, a high of 80, but then it turns tomorrow. We'll see rain, a chance of some heavy rainfall throughout the day, a high of only 67.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association Outline Nitro Series is back. 5 events, 4 locations. 1 explosive season. Funny cars. Promos. You are in the stands. Get your tickets now at iHeartRadio.com. iHeartRadio.com.
We tell you all the time about how incredible Sono Bello is and how they've been changing people.
If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. HOLLISTER, yeah. HOLLISTER. There's a store, Dad, down at the mall, and you can smell it from way down the hall, 'cause they spray stuff on all their clothes down at Hollister. Oh, spend it, Hollister. Hollister, Hollister, down at Hollister. Hollister, Hollister. All their clothes are super cute, tees and tanks and camis too. Mom, can I please have a few bucks so I don't look like you? Employees all drink Caribou, either that or Jamba Juice. Take me, I'll be nice to you. All the gay guys shop there too. American Eagles over with, they're just so 2006. You can go but don't come in, 'cause you're so embarrassing. Me and my friends buy their clothes, then we grab our camera phones, strike an inappropriate pose and put the pictures on MySpace. Hollister, 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 down at Hollister. Hollister, Hollister.
Oh my God, Allison, give me a break. We're on a beer budget, you got champagne taste. I'm taking you to Penny's and then over to Pomida. You ain't wearing clothes that show off your booty. If you want to go to college, then you better well acknowledge that we gotta save some money. So what's wrong with dressing funny? I don't want to make you mad, but Walmart really ain't that bad.
If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. Dad, can you give me $150?
What do you need $150 for?
I'm going to Hollister.
Hollister? They got great stuff down at Kmart. We're getting in the car. We're going to Kmart. Let's go.
Kmart? Just give me your wallet.
It's fall at Dixon Farms, a perfect time of the year to enjoy all the goodness we have to offer, like warm Dixon cider or delicious Dixon nuts. Sometimes, though, you want something just a little different, something to surprise that special someone this fall.
My wife loves Dixon Farms. This time of year, she loves Dixon cider. And don't even get her started on Dixon nuts. She just can't put them down. But I'm looking for something a little different. Something really special.
Well, you're in luck. If it's different that you want, we have something just for you. Introducing a new blend that we only sell once or twice a year on the back loading dock outside Dixon Farms. We call it Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Dixon Cider Backdoor? Sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Dixon Cider Backdoor is special. A lot of our customers love it, but it can be somewhat of an acquired taste. So next time she asks for Dixon Cider, just ask her if she wants to try Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Sounds easy.
Well, not always.
My husband asked if I wanted to try it, and, well, you tell him, honey.
I can tell you that she loves Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Well, love might be kind of a strong word.
Try Dixon Cider Backdoor, new this fall from Dixon Farms.
Feels like.
Wait, this really just happened? I'm shocked. Underwear and everything?
It feels like being able to zip up your overpacked suitcase on the first try.
Smooth.
With Clorox, clean feels satisfying. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
Summer is officially here, swimsuit season. Honestly, I kind of dreaded it a little bit before because I had this unwanted fat on my stomach. On my side, the dreaded muffin top, I was hyper fixated. So that is why I called Ideal Image and I did cool sculpting. 5 stars, highly recommend. Like that unwanted fat, it's gone. And it was so easy. I was just like watching a show on my phone while I was in the office. And you can get rid of that unwanted fat too by calling 1-800-BE-IDEAL or go to idealimage.com. Check out their June offers and book online today.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Arthur's Jewelers is where uniqueness meets style. Discover exclusive designs from America's top jewelry brands.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 169 northbound from Canterbury to Old Shakopee with the crash northbound at Highway 101 on the right. Highway 610 with an accident eastbound on the exit to 252. Lafayette Freeway, heavy northbound approaching 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market.
Now through July 15th at Whole Foods Market. Fire up grill season with hot savings on juicy summer fruit. The season's best veg and sizzle-ready proteins, like 25% off shrimp with Prime.
101.3 KDWB. You can't make this stuff
All right, they're saying this could be the song of summer. And by the way, we're about a minute away from your next keyword for Sabrina. So get your phone out, get that talkback feature open and ready to go. The song of summer is not Shabuzi, it's not Miley Cyrus, it's not Ed Sheeran. Mm-hmm. It is apparently a little kid who was watching her uncle playing with his computer and sampling and singing and whatever. And she's like, I want to do it too. So he, it says, okay, let's do it. Whoops, hold on one second. And so he says, fine. And he puts little headphones on her so she can hear the music and sing along to the beat. So do you want to hear the song of the summer?
Please.
Sure. And it's all over the TikToks and people are now redoing it and remixing it and that type of thing. So remember, this little girl's 3 years old. Here we go. Mm-hmm. And I just pushed the button and here we go. do you think? Song of Summer? Bailey, you don't look impressed.
No, I don't like it.
Okay,
I
fine.
can't say I'm a fan.
Okay, well, let's listen to some of the remixes. You want to hear some of the remixes?
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, let me scroll up here and
Remix?
find some
Another
of the
one.
remixes. Hold on one second. You got a second?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
This is for millennials and millennials only. Pants on the ground.
Wait, never mind. That's not what I was looking for.
I don't know what it was, but
I don't know what that
want to
was.
hear more of it.
That was Song of the
Pants on the
Summer.
ground.
You
Looking
wanna hear
like
more
a
of that?
fool with your pants on the ground.
You want to hear more of her?
Yeah.
Okay, why not? Sure. Okay.
This is for millennials and millennials only. Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Got the gold in your mouth. Hat turned sideways. Pants hit the ground. Call yourself a cool cat. Looking like a fool. Walking downtown with your pants on the ground.
How did you know that, Bailey?
That was it's like a funny clip from American Idol. This guy like auditioned for American Idol.
Yes, he was like an older guy, right?
And they're like, "What are you going to sing?" He's like, "I wrote an original song."
Pants on the ground.
Pants on the ground.
That's where I've heard that.
Yes.
I knew I heard that. He was like an old guy, like 50 years old.
Pants on the ground.
Okay, that's funny. All right, here comes your keyword for... Well, you know who the keyword is for. We're going to fly you down to Nashville, and you're going to go off to whatever the venue and the hotel. We'll get you in a nice hotel. There's probably, free bottles of water on the counter in the hotel. I mean, it's nice if there are. Here's your keyword. It's please. So open up the iHeartRadio app and just say the keyword is please, and you are good to go. Good luck from KDWB. It is 101.3 KDWB, the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. Nice today. Get outside.
Yes.
Not going to be hot and humid and steamy and awful.
Yeah, we'll probably still hit like 80 degrees, but it is going to be sunny. And you'll want to enjoy today because the next couple of days, just torrential downpours.
Are you being
No,
serious
but there
about
is
this
chances of heavy rainfall in the next couple of days. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was just going to mention that coming up on Dave's Dirt in just a second. Hold on. I think that could be the phone. Let me
pick that up
now.
Yeah, I'll get it. Hello. Wait, what?
Hello, David.
Yeah.
David?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your new son, Bernard. Remember me?
Is this the bit where Bailey's pretending to be my... Yeah,
What?
Bernie.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Hi, Bernie. Hi, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, Dad. I can't believe you abandoned me these past handful of days for Colorado. What even is that? A fancy pet resort in Edina? I can't believe you didn't bring me with you. I deserve a mani-pedi, Dad.
Bernie, okay, first of all, I went to Colorado, number one. I had a right to do that. Number two, you were fine. Number three, this is Bailey pretending to be Bernie. This is the dumbest bit. I don't know how you allow this bit, Jenny, as producer, to get onto the show.
Bernie, did you miss your father?
Okay, now she's playing along.
I miss him so much. I miss him so much. And it's not even fair because, well, actually, you know what, Dad? Let me tell you, something cool happened.
What?
While you were gone, I was tooling around the iHeartMedia app because I love you so much and I missed you so much.
Yeah.
And I think I found my favorite artist, Dad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, have you ever heard of Pitbull?
Oh, God.
Yeah. He seems like a pretty cool dog.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Worldwide, I can't believe
You love Pitbull because you're a dog. I get the joke.
I can't believe a dog has that much fame. He's Mr. Worldwide.
No, I
And
get
he's
it.
a Pitbull?
Yeah.
Of all the breeds. I can't even.
Okay.
Dad.
What?
Also, we gotta get a Costco membership, Dad.
Why?
They are blatantly advertising exotic dancers, Dad.
Really?
Yeah. It says right on the side, hot dogs, XXX.
Exotic dancing dogs, yeah.
Hot dogs. Get this, Dad. It's only $1.50 for a peep show. It's only $1.50.
It's actually not a peep show. It's not a dog sex show, Bernie. I know you're horny, but
sure.
it's actually a hot.
dog.
It's a sausage in a bun,
Hot
basically.
dog. Yeah, well, I could give them a sausage in a bun. I'm definitely going to get
Okay.
Bernie.
Hello.
I'm going to get a Pekingese at them sexy things.
A Pekingese. I get it. A Pekingese.
I get it.
You about done?
Anyway, I guess I forgive you, Dad, because we had such a good conversation on the phone. But never do it again. Never ever do it again.
Yeah, never do this bit again, Jenny. Don't allow her to do this bit again.
I love when Bernie calls. It's so nice to hear him.
Somebody commented and said, "Is this Bernie or Jennifer Coolidge?"
No, this is
They do sound alike.
who's Jennifer Coolidge? Is she a Pomeranian?
Bye. Bye.
No, Dad, guess what?
What?
I Labrador you.
I Labrador you too.
Thank you, Kardashian.
Okay, bye. Okay, don't schedule that bit again. You know why? It gives me anxiety. It's like, Dave Zert's coming up next on KDWB. What?
So many people I texted in. Everyone loves when Bernie calls into the show. It's so funny. Do Bernie calling in every day, they said. I don't know if Bernie's available. I know he spent some time with Susan while you're at work. So
I don't know why the standards on this show have gotten so much lower after Drake has left the show.
That's
when Drake was here, the show was good.
Uh-huh.
Ever since Drake left the show, it's like the standard of quality content has just taken a nosedive.
Do you not love your dog? I love when he calls in. I think it's so cute and fun.
I love when I call in and pretend to be Bernie. I could hear your voice echoing through the studio.
Wait, was that your voice? You just did it so good. Oh, it's because you know him so well.
Yeah, he knows how Bernie
You sound like Jennifer Coolidge when you're doing the Bernie voice. You don't even sound like a boy voice. Can you at least sound like a boy? Maybe you sound like a boy, dog.
Who are you talking? Why are you talking to me?
Bernie sounds
I went to the
exactly
bathroom.
what I thought Bernie would sound like, which is a derp.
He's kind of a derp.
It's exactly what I thought he was going to sound like.
Derp dog.
Derpy dog.
I'm a little bit embarrassed, but also I love him so much that he's kind of a derp dog.
Yeah.
He's just kind of dope-de-dope.
And apparently, I mean, he's just discovered Pitbull. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm
how
happy
about
he
that?
has.
And he can pick up a phone. Apparently, he has an opposable thumb.
Well, he probably had Susan dialed. Don't be silly.
Clearly, he struggled
Don't be
picking.
silly.
This is the problem. You come up with a dumb bit like that, and then Juanita texts in and says she likes it. And then Jenny schedules it again the next day.
I will.
Drake wouldn't have done that.
No.
Drake would have
Showed up late.
He would have not shown up late. He would have maintained the quality of the content on the show.
Well,
Bring back Drake.
Maybe you should love your dog a little bit more.
I do love my dog. All right, let's move on.
From Hollywood's biggest celebrities to the latest gossip at Channel 4, it's Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
All right, let's get started with the Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Don Henley's Boys of Summer tops a ranking of the best summer-themed songs. It's followed by another really old one, Summer in the City from the 1960s, and School's Out by Alice Cooper in the third. Miley Cyrus and Naomi Campbell have been accused of being rude in a meet and greet for their new single, Every Girl You Ever Loved. There's a video that shows them basically ignoring the fans that came for the meet and greet and paying more attention to each other, which doesn't surprise me. I think Miley has been detached from reality her entire life. She did not grow up with a normal childhood. Taylor Swift, at least I think she grew up with like a semi-normal kind of a childhood.
At least until she was like a teenager.
Well, yeah, she was rich.
Well, she was rich. I don't think she was like, super yacht rich, but I think she was wealthy and comfortable. But I think she also, mom and dad put a work ethic into her and probably learned to tell her no. I don't think Miley Cyrus has ever been told no in her entire life. And I think that that's kind of explains why Miley is the way she is. And Naomi Campbell has been beautiful and famous and rich since, like the 1980s or the 90s. So she's a little bit out of touch too. It happens to celebrities when they just have people that follow them around and tell them how wonderful they are.
All the time.
All the time. It's like, that's what happened to Madonna. That's what happened to Mariah Carey.
Mhm.
That's what happened to Nick Cannon. They just kind of lost their mind.
Yeah, they just think they get a big head and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and it's got nowhere else to go.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Cardi B's finally putting out another album after 7 years. It's called Am I the Drama? It's dropping September 23rd. But she's catching, I don't know if it's flack, because 3 of the songs were singles that came out over 5 years ago. And people are like, we waited all this time for this? But it's also, I guess, good marketing because they already have sales on them. So
Is it
it'll
only
boost
her second album?
Yeah. That's been like the big thing with Cardi, that she's dropped all these singles but never did a full project until now.
I know, that's so weird to hear. I thought she at least had a couple albums.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
I mean, if people are mad about that, then they need to be mad about Taylor Swift releasing the same thing over and over again. So,
ooh, hot take from Bailey J.
She's doing her music, so she had the rights to
Come
it.
on, girl.
all right.
My gosh, you stirring the pot today?
I said when I
Why do you hate Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
I
Bailey?
don't hate Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift.
Why can't women support women?
And her long, long legs. I love them. I love Love Story and You Belong With Me. That
Okay.
one album is great.
Obviously,
She
you know
loves
two.
Taylor
You know
Swift.
two
Cruel
Taylor
Summer,
Swift songs.
Shake It
Cruel
Off.
Summer.
Okay,
Okay.
you guys know when we go out to dinner and the server brings our food, but then suddenly like Bailey's enchilada isn't there yet. And so we're all sitting there with our food in front of ourselves and it's really
Waiting.
uncomfortable. And Bailey's like,
Yes.
you guys go ahead and eat. But we're like, no, that's rude.
Yeah.
Well, apparently most countries are like that as well. And there's a new study as to why that's uncomfortable. And it's just because you hold yourself to a higher standard than what you expect from others.
Okay.
So you're willing to do it yourself. But then when you're in Bailey's position waiting for her enchilada, you're like, okay, eat, because you want them
you
to.
guys don't have to wait for me. Oh,
but
no, go
we
ahead.
just
No.
hold ourselves to a higher standard. So that's why we sit there uncomfortably waiting for Bailey to get her food until we start diving in.
While my quesadilla is getting cold.
I was going to say, if someone tells me, guys, seriously, start eating, I will.
Same.
Because but you do wait for that moment because it is very rude if everyone at the table, and especially if a server screwed up your order and forgot to order Bailey's food and then she has to wait 15 minutes.
No, then you eat.
Yes.
Just eat and I'll just sit quietly and watch.
When we went to Rojo the other day, didn't you start to dig into your salmon salad or whatever it was before
No,
got his quesadilla?
it was the chips and salsa. Okay. I started eating those and no one else was eating them. That's so weird to me.
I did not feel well that evening. Otherwise, I would have gone in on those.
Are you talking about the bowl of chips that he brought specifically you?
He did bring chips and
yeah,
salsa
but you guys were
specifically for
making
me.
it worse. You were like, bring her more.
Yeah.
And then he did because he felt obligated, even though it was kind of a joke.
You put all the chips in front of me and they're like, oh, watch Bailey eat these chips. And then I was like, am I on a TV show? Am I a cartoon character? Yeah. Eat the food. Well, Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are struggling to save their marriage as tensions escalate. They say things are not good. And apparently, Hailey Bieber she stepped outside without her wedding ring again.
Yeah, we've heard about this. Yeah,
again and again. And she keeps doing it while she was solo in New York last week. And she keeps being seen without that wedding ring. But who has been seen, who shouldn't be seen together anymore, is Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. They are divorced.
Yeah, but they have a kid.
Well, yeah, but they were spotted together without the kid in New York.
Whoa.
Well, some people need a break and then they get back together.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Sometimes I'll bet a lot of people are married to someone they completely broke up with 3 years ago. Maybe they were in love for a really long time. They broke up and now they're like, you know what? The only person that really made me that happy was Sophie Turner.
Yeah. I have a friend whose parents were divorced twice and got back together after both divorces and now are together still to this day. But
it happens. Yeah, you marry somebody, you divorce them, and then a few months later or years later, you go, there's nobody else that made me feel the way you did, and I appreciate you more. I've grown up. So you get married again.
And then
you
divorced
get divorced again. Yeah,
and then married again.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
this is Ice Spice giving props to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's sense of humor. All right, let's see what she has to say.
They're probably some of my funniest friends. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. They're funny.
Yeah.
See, we never get to see the inside way of that.
They're funny, you guys. They're
normal people. There we go.
Yeah, they're like us.
I can see them being funny. I think Taylor Swift must have a sense of humor. She doesn't really display it very often, but that her boyfriend's got a fart sense of humor. It's like, hey, you smell popcorn? And he's like, he'll fart, and then he'll think that's funny. And he'll be like, hey, Taylor, you pull my finger. and that's the kind of humor that I think that Travis Kelce has.
He's also a derp.
He is a derp, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. He's also had even more of a glow up in the off season. His hair's being styled differently. It's all, it's all Taylor's claws in him. You should do this now and you should wear that.
I'm
girlfriend effect.
I'm impressed they've been together this long. What, 2-ish years now?
Coming up on 2 years.
Yeah. It's kind of a long run. All right. The Diddy trial is still going on and the prosecutors will rest their case today. The defense has indicated that they will not call any witnesses to testify. They plan to enter as evidence a few exhibits that support Diddy's plea of not guilty. They said basically it's a flex, but Diddy thinks he's already won. His defense team believes the government did not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Diddy trafficked sex workers and violated racketeering laws. One expert in the legal field said, if these individuals were willing participants in freak-offs, then we don't have the elements of a crime.
He thinks he already won.
This
isn't funny, but do you remember when we first started talking about this, one of Diddy's lawyers' defense for all the baby oil bottles was, well, we were at Costco. They had a sale. And you think you won? Yeah. Oh, God. Give me a break.
Think about it. You could have all kinds of everything, including boxes and boxes of baby oil. But if there's no proof that you coerced anybody into participating in these freak-offs, then there's no case.
Right.
That's their big argument anyway. Diddy seems like a scumbag, just an R. Kelly-ish kind of a scumbag.
Yeah.
But unless they can prove that he did something, who knows what's going to happen?
I feel like they can prove. They've got a bajillion witnesses.
Yeah, but you also have to just know that the legal system is very specific of how you can find someone guilty, and you also have to have a unanimous vote with a jury.
Yep, that's true. That's very true.
It becomes more difficult.
That is the Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Coming up, you got to hear a guy named Asher. Asher is he's going to tick you off. And Asher is going to make a statement about something that women need to stop doing on dating apps. And you'll hear from Asher coming up next. Don't miss him on KDWB. And we're about 5 minutes away from the next keyword for Sabrina Carpenter. Hey, it's Dave. A little confession. I love to vacuum. I love making lines in the carpet, and then I hate when I have to walk over it and the lines kind of get worn out. But I've learned from ZeroRez that vacuuming is really not enough to maintain the whole cleanliness and the lifespan, too, of your carpet. That's why I call ZeroRez. I've tried doing the Rug Monster from the grocery store, and you got to pick it up. You got to take it back later. And with those DIY machines, there's no possible way to extract all that dirty water out of the carpet, which kind of leaves your floors worse than they were before. Have ZeroRez do it. They use their platinum-rated cleaning system, safely and effectively removes all that deeply embedded water, dirt, dander, bacteria, and better yet, it's safe for your people and your pets and the planet. ZeroRez has a 4.9 rating on Google, and now you can take 20